Learning with Nature program?
You want to listen to the class?
Nick has started recording. Thank you, Nick.
Melanie, can you send me the announcements before we start?
There's no announcements.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a little different than circle time.
Gotcha.
But thanks for asking. Hi, friends. Welcome to Learning with Nature. And I am Melanie. My name, I use pronouns she, her, or they, them. And today we are focusing on sensory exploration. Yay! I'm going to ask all the parents if they could please mute their screens because I'm going to do a little bit of explaining at the beginning. Thank you. And I just want to say that we're here to have fun, and we're going to do all kinds of different sensory things using our nature objects and water. And if you have it, a magnifying glass would be great. Oh, yeah, those are great for looking up close at things, right? And a towel. If you're not outside, put a towel down under your bowl of water. I even doubled mine up so that if it spills, it won't be too messy. And maybe even have some towels and rags ready to clean up any messes. I want the children to have fun. I don't want us to worry, oh, they're making a mess. We worry about that way too much, don't we? So, and I also encourage families to let the children explore, be curious, ask questions, and really engage. If they lose interest, that's okay. If you want to stay with the activity, they might come back to the activity, okay? I don't want to force anybody. This is all about having fun, okay? Today we're going to be learning about sensory awareness. We're going to become more aware of the different ways things feel, the colors of things. We're going to touch them. Are they soft? Are they hard? Are they smooth? We're going to be smelling things to see how they smell. We're going to learn all about sensory things. And we're going to grow in confidence as we learn about sensory. And I also find that children find this to be a very soothing activity. When they use water, they're in the bathtub, or maybe they're helping you do dishes in the sink. They find it very soothing. So it's a good self-soothing technique to use, okay? So that's what we're doing. We're going to start off by looking at some of our rocks, and we're going to find two rocks that are kind of the same color. And I have a really big one that's kind of a pink color and a smaller pink one. I'm going to put one in the water to see if something happens to it, but I'm going to leave one out of the water, and then we'll compare how they look, okay? So if you've got two different rocks, I want you to, or two rocks that are the same color, I want you to put one in the water and then keep one out of the water. So one will be wet and one will be dry. And then after you've done that, you can take the one that's in the water out of the water, and I want you to compare and tell me how they're different. So the one I put in the water is shiny, and it's a darker color. You see how the big one is kind of light in color and this one's darker now? Did that happen to you? Did you find that they changed colors? You can turn on your, unmute yourselves, turn on your microphones and tell me what's the difference.
What happened? What happened to your rock that you put in the water?
It's going to go brown.
It got darker.
Did it turn it
darker?
Turned to dark brown.
Yeah.
Araf, did you notice a difference? What happened when you put one rock in the water?
No, and it got smooth too. I feel nicer.
Do you want to show me your rock? Harminder, you can unmute yourself and show us what you did.
This is light.
How about Kai and Nina?
What happened to your rocks?
Can you show me?
They didn't change color.
They didn't change color?
But maybe when
I think they were already wet. That's why.
Oh, okay.
We left them in the rain.
Do you have any rocks that are dry?
I put in this one.
I'll go see if we have
That's
any dry rocks.
You might not have any dry rocks. Okay. Should we try that again? I have 2 rocks that are kind of a dark color, and I'm going to put one in the water. And
You gonna do it again? Okay.
and then we can see the difference, right? And see how one is dark and shiny and the other one is dull and not quite so dark. So that's a fun thing that happens to rocks. If you put them in water, they go from looking kind of dull
What do you want?
to looking shiny and
Two?
a darker color. Oh, I like that rock. You're gonna put that one in? You know what, Nina, just put half of it in. Just put half the rock in and see what the difference is.
We have to listen to Melanie. We have to see what she's doing. You can't put everything in yet. You have to wait. Be patient.
Maybe just half, and then we'll see. Oh,
Oh, cool. That's a big rock.
wow. It's a big rock. And half of it is light colored and half of it is dark colored. Cool. I'm going to try that too, okay? I've got a big rock and I'm going to put half of it in. Whoa.
I
So
put half
interesting, right?
of a big rock.
But I don't have a big rock, though.
You can do it with a small rock. I'm going to do it with the small one too, okay?
Okay, here. You only put half in, okay? You know how to put half in? You just dip it in.
There's a small one.
There we go. See? There.
Look, I put it in half.
There you go.
Oh yeah, half of it's dark and half of it's light. I like that. That's cool, Ariana. Arab, did you find out anything about your rocks? Do you want to show us any of your rocks that got all wet? You can unmute yourself and talk to us.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
I just couldn't find a very big one.
That's okay.
But he's trying to smell the flowers which I bought and he just dumped all of them in the water.
Arab is 2 years old, so he's on a different schedule from these 4 and 5-year-olds, right? I just want him to have fun. That's fine, Harminder. Don't worry about it. Wow. You folks have some really interesting rocks. Okay, now when we put our rock, we're going to put it right in and we're going to see what happens. Is the rock going to float or is it going to sink? Let's see.
Drop it. Drop it. Float? No.
Right?
Did mine sink to the bottom?
To the bottom.
What happened to your rock? Did it float or did it sink?
It sinks.
Ariane sinks.
Sink, right? What? See?
What happened to yours, Arab? Did it sink or did it float?
Right.
Sink, bolo?
Sink.
Yes. नीचे चलेगा ना, so it is sink.
Sink.
This one is mine.
What happened to yours, Kai?
What happened,
Sing.
it sinks.
Put 2? You want to put it in? No, let Leah do it. She wants to do it.
Nina, can you put your rock in and tell me what happens? Is it going to sink or is it going to float?
Put it in the water. Good job. Oh, you want it now? No.
What happened? Did it sink?
Still, right?
Yeah.
Sink. I'm seeing
Let's try some other things. Oh, wait a second. I have a very special rock. This rock, can you see how it has lots of holes in it? It's very holy. It's called pumice. And pumice has so many holes that it makes the rock very light and airy. And look what happens when I put it in the water. Did it sink or did it float? Can you see it floating? It floated. It's just floating on the top. It won't sink because it has so much air inside it. It's a very different kind of rock. It's called pumice. I found it on the beach. All right, let's try putting some pine cones. Has anyone got pine cones? Let's put a pine cone in the water and see what happens.
Which one?
Is it going to sink or is it going to float?
Is it sinking? No, it's not. It's floating. See?
Mine's floating.
See, that one's
Ariana's is floating.
floating, right? But see, it's on top. See, it's floating. The rocks are at the bottom. They're sinking.
Nina, do you have a pine cone? Kai, do you have any pine cones?
Floating. I'm gonna get more. Bingo, bingo.
I have some little ones too. Let's see if they sink or if they float, okay?
That one's floating more than this one, right? Look.
Mine are all floating.
Look. Oh, what are you doing?
Araf, what do you have that's sinking or floating? Do you have some leaves that are floating? What about a feather? Does anybody have a feather they can put in their water and see if it sinks or floats? My feather is floating.
Yeah.
If I can show you.
Look for your feather. Look.
Those
It's
things are floating.
Oops. Oops. Put your feather in. Oh, it floats.
What are the feathers doing, guys?
Now it's gonna.
Ask. What's
Is
the
it
feather?
floating? The feather's floating?
Yeah.
Hey, Nina, remember you said you had a tomato? I've got a tomato too. Should we see if our tomatoes float or sink? Let's put a tomato in. Okay, I see your tomato. Okay,
Mine floats.
Is one going to
mine
float?
floats too, but it's sinking now. Oh, it's on the bottom.
Look, our other acorn is sinking.
Mine is never sinking.
This one's floating.
Mine was the bottom.
Big splash.
Okay, that's it.
I have a jalapeno pepper. Let's see if it floats or sinks, okay?
Oh, look, watch.
These came out of my garden too. Oh, the jalapeno pepper floats. But the tomato, oh, the tomato's coming back up again. What a funny tomato. Oh, it went down. It's going up and down. Wow. Wow, that's a funny tomato. Oh, okay, I got something really big. It's a cantaloupe. Do you think it will sink or will it float? Should I try? Okay, I want you to notice what happens to the water when I put this in. What do you think is going to happen? Whoa, you know what? The water went really high up.
This one's gonna.
I have to remove some things from the bottom to see if it will sink or float, okay?
Oh, that one's sinking, right? Because it's like big.
Whoa! My cantaloupe is floating! It's floating! And the water is almost spilling out because the cantaloupe is so big, it displaced a lot of water, and that's why the water came out. I'm going to take it out now, okay? Whoa! And the water went down again. If you've got something really big that you want to put in your water, could be a watermelon or something, you can see what happens, okay?
It's okay. You're going to take it all out now?
See what happens to the water. The water will come right up. I've got some sticks. I want to try putting a stick in to see if it changes color. And do you think it will float or sink? Let's try it. Oh, it's floating on the top. And yeah, it's changing color. It's getting darker. I also have black walnut. Sink or float? Let's try it. Oh, it floats. It's bobbing on the water. Boop, 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 boop. And everybody have some flowers and leaves. Let's put our flowers and leaves in and see what happens, okay? I have a marigold.
You were too eager.
That's okay. Did you already put yours in, Ariana? That's all right.
No, what happened to your
Kai
flower?
and Nina, did you already put your leaves and flowers in?
Yeah, we put our leaves. We put our flowers. What happened
All right.
with them?
It got darky.
No, but what happened to flowers and leaves?
Oh,
Are they
I
floating or did they sink?
They're floating.
Floating. Mine too. My flowers and my leaves are floating too. I thought maybe we would play a fun game together. We're going to sing a song and we're going to pretend that it's a warm and slightly windy day out and the water on the lake is swirling around a little bit. So I want you to take a stick and I want you to make some swirly motions in your water. Do you want to do this too? It looks like Nina and Kai are going around and looking for more things in their garden. That's cool. Do you have a stick, Kai? We're going to stir it up a little bit, just gentle like this, okay? So we'll stir and we'll stir and we'll stir and we'll stop. What's happening? Are things swirling around? And we'll stir and we'll stir and we'll stir and we'll stop. Whoa, my things are swirling around. And we'll stir and we'll stir and we'll stir and we'll stop. Are your things swirling around too? Yeah? And we'll swirl and we'll swirl and we'll swirl and we'll stop. This time we're going to try splashing. It's getting a little bit windy and things are getting splashed around. And we'll splash and we'll splash and we'll splash and we'll stop. Whoa, I have some bubbles in my water. And we'll splash and we'll splash and we'll splash and we'll stop. Hey! And we'll splash and we'll splash and we'll splash and we'll stop. Bubbles! And we'll splash and we'll splash and we'll splash and we'll stop. Oh, I'm getting a little bit wet and so is my computer. Be careful that you don't get your laptop all wet, okay? I actually put a towel on top of my keyboard of my laptop. That was super fun. This time we're going to take our hand and we're going to make like a tornado or like a typhoon, okay? And we'll spin and we'll spin and we'll spin and we'll stop. Whoa, everything's really swirling around. And we'll spin and we'll spin and we'll spin and we'll stop. And we'll spin and we'll spin and we'll spin and we'll stop. And we'll spin and we'll spin and we'll spin and we'll stop. It's still spinning. I'm going to try spinning the other way. Let's put our hand in and go the other way. Whoa, what happens? Everything's changing directions. Ah, Nina's going to use a big spoon. What a great idea, Nina. See what happens when you use that big spoon. They have a huge bin because they're out in their backyard. I'm going to have a little drink of my tea. And if you would like a little drink of something water, you go ahead and have some drink of your water. We'll get hydrated. I want to read you a book, okay? We're going to read a book about the sun because I think the sun is coming out. It's not too windy a day. It's a sunny day. This book is called Sun. Wow, the sun comes up. Good morning, sun. Hello, sun. Hello, sun. I love you, love you, love you, love you, sun. Everyone's putting on their sun hats and their sunscreen. Oh, shoes off, socks off. Are these little people putting off their socks and shoes? Clothes off too. My goodness, look, it's a little naked bum-bum. That little kid has a little naked bum-bum. What do you think they're gonna do on a hot sunny day? Oh, it's time to cool down. Are they splashing in water just like us? They got right into their water. If you have a pool, you can do that, right? Or you can go to the wading pool. And this little person's inside a bowl. You can also do it in the bathtub. Let's all cool down on a hot sunny day. Hello, shadows. Look, the children have shadows. Because the sun is going down, they can really see their shadows are so long. Good night, sun. Aw, can you show me your big, beautiful yellow sun? Oh, lovely sun, sun, lovely, lovely sun, please shine down on me. Oh, lovely sun, sun, lovely, lovely sun, hiding behind that tree. Peekaboo! These little children are asking you, won't you please come out so they can play with you? Oh, lovely sun, sun, lovely, lovely sun, please shine down on, please shine down on, please shine down on me. Ah, that was so fun. Okay, we're going to put aside our water and we're going to look at some of our nature things up close. Here we go. Wow. I have a magnifying glass. Does anybody else have a magnifying glass? Anybody got a magnifying glass? If you have a magnifying glass, they're really good for looking at things up close, okay? You can unmute yourselves and tell me what you're looking at, okay? I'd love to hear from you.
Okay, what are you looking at? You can tell Melanie.
I'm looking at the pine cone.
What happened to your pine cone, Ariana? You put it in the water and it changed. What happened to it?
Oh, it's brown now.
It got darker, right?
Darker.
It did. It got darker. And also, did it close up a little bit? Mine did.
Yeah.
It was like this, and now it's like this after being in water.
This one closed up too, right? It got wet and then went.
That's what pine cones do. They close up when they get wet. Nina and Kai, do you have any pine cones? Did they change for you? You can unmute yourselves and tell me.
See? It closed up a little.
Our pine cones are like this and it's down like this.
Okay, sit down.
Can you
She can
show
see
it
them.
to me, Kai?
Our pine cones are still. Our pine cones were wet and they're still like this.
Okay.
Oh,
I see.
okay. If
Yeah,
they
your
stay in the
cones.
water, they will start closing even more, but yours are starting to close, aren't they, Nina? And Arav, did you want to show me your pine cone? Show me your pine cone, Arav. I saw it for a second. Do you want to show it to me?
I have a feather too.
Mm. How does your feather feel? Is it soft?
No, it's soft a little.
It is a little soft, especially the little fluffy parts at the end. They're really soft, aren't they?
These are soft too.
Yeah.
Arav, how does your pine cone feel? Is it rough or soft?
Whoa.
Arav's putting the pine cone on his nose. Does it feel soft or rough? I think the pine cone is a little smooth, but a little bit prickly too, right?
Look at me. I'm putting my pine cone on my nose.
I'm going to put my pine cone on my nose too, Arav. And Ariana did too. It's so funny. Look, we have pine cone noses. Wah, wah, wah. How does it smell? Can you smell your pine cone?
Is there a smell to it?
Yeah.
Oh, it smells very piney.
Oh, you want to sit there?
I like it. It's a little bit prickly though. It prickles my nose a little bit. It tickles and prickles. Ouch! Prickle! Ouch!
Don't prickle her, okay?
All right. I want you to find, some of us have mint. If you've got a piece of mint,
You got
I
mint?
want you to squish up your mint leaves and then smell your fingers and see what that smells like, okay? Whoa! That is powerful mint smell.
Push it and then smell it.
Crush it with your fingers and then smell it.
This- Your
Nina and
fingers?
Kai, do you have some mint that you can crush and
Do you
smell?
smell your fingers now?
Yeah.
Smell your fingers. It has minty smell, right?
Marit, you can unmute those two so we can hear what's going on for them.
Okay, put it down, Baba. Don't want you
This
to
is
get
the part of the video that we share everything that's going on. Harminder too. Harminder, if you want to unmute Arav, we'd like to hear what's going on for him.
Silly.
Oh, that mint smells so good.
It does.
I also have a nasturtium flower, and it smells so good.
वो नहीं खाना बच्चा,
Oh, it's like heaven. It smells so good.
वो नहीं खाना, stone थोड़ी खाते हैं. I don't want you hurting me.
Arab, do you have something that smells good?
One second.
Yeah. Thumbnail.
What is it that smells good that you have?
Mama.
Can you show me? Harminder, can you show me what he's talking about? Oh, can I see your flower? How does that one smell? Let's smell it.
Smell karo. Smell. Sweet.
Smells good?
Smell. Nice.
Well, these flowers are really special. They're called nasturtiums, and you can eat them. So I'm going to eat my nasturtium. If you have a nasturtium, you can eat
Oh,
it
look,
too.
we have a pigeon outside. It's for the first time. Look.
Wow, it tastes kind of peppery and sweet. Wow.
अभी clean करे. अभी नहीं बोली. Wait.
Ariana's got a stick.
Let's do what others are doing now. Wait
No.
for everybody.
He's jumping on the bed.
Merritt, can you unmute Kai and Nina so they can tell me what they've got?
Okay, you're unmuted, guys. What do you have? What leaves do you have?
I have a fancy leaf.
What
And
kind
I
of leaf is it?
And
Move that out of the way.
I have this.
I can't see it. Kai, can you hold it down a little bit? Oh, it's a big leaf and it's shiny. What kind of leaf? Oh, there's an oak leaf too. Did you find all of those in your backyard?
I got this one from the backyard and Kai. I got that one for Kai.
How
From the
do they
backyard.
feel? Can you feel your leaf and tell me how your leaf feels? Mine is soft.
Mine is wet. Mine is
Rough.
wet.
Yeah.
This is looking what color.
I have some rough leaves. These ones are all dry. They're kind of rough feeling.
My things are my rocks are feather or wet. These are soft.
Those ones are soft?
Yeah. This pancake color.
And what about your rocks? Do you have some rough rocks and some soft, smooth ones?
These ones.
Are they
Yeah, my pumice is really
What?
rough. Are those ones rough, Ariana?
Yeah, this one's rough. You're right.
This one's
This
rough.
This one's what?
Not
And
full.
are some of them kind of smooth? Some of mine are smooth and some of them are rough.
Ooh. This
Mhm.
kind the popcorn is
Acorn, not popcorn.
Acorn.
Is acorn soft or is it raw?
soft.
No, look,
It's rough?
it's soft. It's soft on the bottom right here,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
raw. See, this one's a little raw. Is this rough? Look, feel it. That has edges on it, right? Ridges. That's rough.
Yeah, that is so cool. That's a really cool thing about acorns. They're rough on the top, and then on the bottom they're smooth feeling, aren't they?
Eat it.
My friends, we're running out of time. Nilo, could you please mute those guys just for a second, because I'm going to do my little wrap up, and then we'll all say goodbye, okay? I really enjoy this so much, and I wish we could interact more. And Arab's parent, Harminder, and also Kai and Nina's parent, who is Marit. Just so you know, this is not like circle time. Like, we let the children interact and tell us what they're experiencing. And so it requires the adult to kind of mute and unmute so that the children can share and explore and tell me what's happening, okay? Just for next time so that you know what's going on. And I think this is the kind of thing that you can just keep doing and having fun with. We have to get off the line because we're going to have a circle time starting in about 25 minutes. but I just wanted to tell you how much I enjoyed doing this, and thank you for coming. Next week, we are going to do learning with nature drama experiences. And the neat thing about drama is that the children learn how to role play, they use their imaginations, their creativity, and they start building some social skills as well. And it's going to be a really social, interactive experience. And we're going to use nature. I want you children to find maybe some shells that are shaped like dishes, because we're going to use those for a picnic. We're going to have a picnic. Find some stuffed animals, maybe some dolls, because they're going to join us for a picnic. And some little shells that they can have to eat their food out of. And I think we're going to need little sticks and pieces of bark to pretend to eat. And also some leaves and some flowers. Those are going to be our food. And sand and dirt, it's going to be another messy one. So we're going to have to spread something down to keep things from getting too messy, okay? But we're going to have a fun little picnic. You can also have a tablecloth to have your picnic. And you need 2 big feathers or 2 big leaves, because at one point we're going to pretend that we're flying, okay? And we're going to tell some stories, sing some songs, and do some fun things with nature, okay? So that is next Monday, August 17th, all right? I've had so much fun hanging out with you. We're going to end. I'm going to let everybody unmute themselves one at a time, and you can tell me the special nature thing that was your favorite nature thing today, okay?
Melanie,
Yes, Ariana?
we have fun.
What's fun?
What was fun for you?
These.
Playing with the rocks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell Melanie what you like.
I had fun with the rocks too. Did you want to show us any special nature stuff, Ariana? You can show the other children too. Did you have a special nature thing that you wanted to share?
What's other nature thing? Are you running away? Okay.
It could be, maybe she's getting something out of the fridge. There's a lot of nature in our fridge.
No clue where she's running away.
I don't know, you might have corn on the cob in there or something.
Oh no, she finished all that. She loves her corn.
All right, Nina and Kai, you're unmuted. Do you want to share with us your favorite nature thing today?
Yeah.
What was your favorite nature thing, Nina?
I love my favorite nature thing was feathers.
Oh, feathers.
When
I
I
like
wiggle
feathers.
in the water, go on me.
And you put them in the water, and what did they do? Did they sink or float?
Float. And
Yeah, mine floated too.
kind of spray water on me.
It's spraying water on you because you're twirling it. Oh, I'm going to try that. It sounds refreshing. How about Kai? Is Kai still there?
What was your favorite
Is
thing?
Kai still there? What was your favorite nature thing?
My favorite was putting the tomato in.
Sorry, I didn't hear you, Kai. What was your
And
favorite?
then the tomato.
The tomato. That was funny. I don't know what was going on. It was sinking, it was floating, it was sinking. It was just bobbing all over the place. That was funny. I like the tomato too, Kai. Arav, can you tell me what your favorite nature thing was?
He liked throwing those rocks in the water, so the water was splashing. He was just throwing them again and again.
So your favorite nature thing was the splashy water, the rocks and the splashing.
And then when you said you have to swirl, he was swirling and splashing, and he's like all over the water. He's enjoying that.
It sounds like it was a very stormy situation over there.
A little, that's okay, but he didn't splash a lot of water, but he was having fun with that.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I want to see you all next week. So your homework for this week is to take all your nature things, and I want you to divide them up. I want you to put all the rough nature things in one pile and all the smooth and soft nature things in another pile. And it's going to be challenging because you might have to have a third pile for the things that have a smooth part and a rough part, like the acorn. Okay?
What?
Fun? All right. Thanks for joining us, friends. That was so much fun.